Fateh Arjay ji, Sat Sri Akal. Fateh in Gurbani is a victory in the war against oppression, as always. So, Shabad today is from Ank, that is page 15 of Guru Granth Sahib. It is Bolia. Bolia means spoken. Let's see. Title of the Shabad is So Bolia Parvan. So means that, Bolia means spoken, and Parvan means N with the lower dot means it will sound as no, heavier N, not no. It shall sound like heavier N. No. That spoken acceptable. Speaking that is acceptable. It means Gurbani states that we should speak only those words which are acceptable. So, acceptable to whom? Let's see. It is generally acceptable to God. Now, how should we know? How can we come to know that words spoken by me are accepted by the God? There cannot be any formal form of communication with God. So it is only by derivation. God lives in the minds of all of us. God lives in the mind. So, in my mind, if something spoken is acceptable, that will add to my honor. Let's see how. Jit boliye, pat paiye. It is further explained. Parvan word in the earlier line, the word is parvan, acceptable. Now it is further explained in Gurbani how a word spoken by us becomes acceptable. Jit means which, T upper dot means T soft, to, boliye spoken, pat is honor, you know it, and paiye get. Speak that we should speak only those words which bring us honor. Now, honor is not in the eyes of public or Toms and Dicks and Harrys, nothing like that. Not in the eyes of public. I state it again and again that Gurbani is 90% inward looking. This honor, this patra, word patra, is used at many places in Gurbani, and it means honor in the eyes of our own mind. It is virtually honor in the eyes of God. How? We cannot get a formal communication from the God that kindly tell me the words spoken by me are adding to my honor or not, are acceptable or not. The only way to test it that God lives in our mind. And when we ask our mind, our conscience, and the words spoken by us are adding to our honor in our own mind, in our own esteem, then those words are acceptable. So we should speak those words which get honor. By using those words, if we feel honored in our own eyes, those words should be spoken. So bolia Parvan. It is again title of the Shabad. That so means that bolia spoken, Parvan is acceptable. That word is acceptable, which adds to honor in your own eyes. Fikka bol viguchna. Fikka means tasteless. It is not bitter, tasteless. Bol means speaking, to speak. Viguchna means harassment. The meaning of this line is tasteless speaking is like getting harassed. If I speak tasteless words, then I shall be harassed, nothing else. So, fikka or tasteless, it is not in worldly sense. Again, fikka or tasteless are those words which do not add to our honor or our respect in our own eyes, self esteem. The words speaking which brings me dishonor in my own eyes or lowers my self esteem, those words are tasteless in Gurbani. Fikka, tasteless. It is not bitter. Bitter words are used against injustice many times. Gurbani is full of bitter words against injustice. So, tasteless words are prohibited, not bitter. Bitter words are bound to be spoken against oppression. Sun Murkh Man Ajan. Sun means listen away. Now with the lower dot, no, heavier N. No, this one. Punjabi people, those who understand Punjabi, those know that heavier N is no, no. Sun Murkh. Murkh is foolish. Man, mind. Ajan. Ajan is ignorant. Baba ji states, oh listen, you foolish and ignorant mind, calling us, people like me, a foolish and ignorant person, Baba Nanak wants to emphasize that we do not know what is tasteless and what is not. What is honor? Honor is in your own eyes, not in the eyes of public. That is why we are called foolish and ignorant. We do not know what is honor, what is acceptable, what is honor, and what is tasteless. It is all in relation to our own esteem. We generally take it in worldly sense. That is why we are called foolish and ignorant. Listen, O foolish, ignorant mind. Next line. Jo tis bhave. No, this is the concluding line. Jo tis bhave se pale. Jo means those people, those human beings. Tis means him. This is God. Pave means are loved. Se means those. Pale. Pale means good. Only those persons, only those human beings are good who are loved by the God. Now, how will we come to know that God is loving us? Again, inward looking. If we are in high self-esteem, that means God is loving us. Simple. I emphasize. I repeat it. If we are high in self-esteem, if in the eyes of our own mind we are respectful and we are having honor, self-esteem, same thing, then it should be presumed that God is loving us and we are therefore good people. We are good if God loves us. God loves us can be checked on the anvil of our own mind, our own conscience. His loved ones are good. I told you how to find we are his loved ones. Beauty of Gurbani is that even if we presume that there is no God, still these words prove true. Still, the personal experience of people who are in touch with Gurbani is that presuming that there is one God, there is a God, there exists God, the life becomes more full of ecstasy and bliss just by presuming. You may or may not have the proof that God exists because nobody can have the proof. I cannot have the proof that God exists and I cannot have the proof that God exists, not. Either way, we are incapable. Therefore, that presumption which makes our life full of bliss, that should be adopted. If that presumption is adopted that God exists, our life becomes full of ecstasy, bliss. Hor means what? Ki means else. Kahan means said. Vakhan means explained. Babaji says, what else remains to be said and explained? Babaji says, this line is conclusive. Jyotis bhave se phale. Those who are loved by the God, meaning thereby that those who are high in self-esteem, who feel honor in their own eyes while looking into their own mind, they are good people. They are quality persons, branded. So after this line, Babaji says, nothing else remains to be said and explained. What else to state? This is the conclusive line. So the conclusion of this Shabad is, we are to speak only those words which add to our self-esteem, because it is the only test to come to the conclusion that God loves us. There is no other test as per Gurbani. So keywords are Pat. Pat is, again, I again and again emphasize that Gurbani is 90% inward looking. Pat is honor in our own eyes. Parvan, acceptable to God. If we have honor in our own eyes, then we should consider it. We should consider that we are accepted by the God. We are acceptable in His eyes. And Pave, again same thing. Pave means He loves. The conclusion that the God loves us can be arrived at only by testing whether we are feeling honor in our own eyes, in the eyes of our own mind where God lives. That is the test. So kindly speak only those words which add to your honor, your respect in your own eyes. And now the tagline, as always, kindly start listening to the voice of your own mind, because it is the voice of God. Our mind is the home of God. Or if you do not believe in God, listen to the voice of the conscience. Thus, be afraid of doing evil and start relishing. That is the key line and the tagline of Gurbani. Fateh Arzid, Sat Sri Akal.